Hi, this is a project that I've been working on in my spare time for about 3 months. I needed a nice way to store my pool equipment and some of my kids' backyard toys. I needed the storage space to be close to the pool for convenience, but I did not want anything that looked like a storage shed. I looked for storage cabinets online and at some stores, but everything looked too cheap or too small for my needs. So I began this project to construct exactly what I had in mind. I did not see any DIY videos or websites that tackled this type of storage project, so I figured I would put this video on YouTube. Maybe it will help others zero in on a solution for themselves. In terms of difficulty, on a scale of 1 to 10, I would put this at about a 7. In all, I probably spent about 80 to 100 hours on this project. The base of the storage cabinet is a stone wall that was originally intended to be a planter box. I did not build the wall. It had been constructed along with my pool and deck a few weeks before I started on the storage. The rest of this project required the fabrication of a wood frame and 4 hatch doors. I got all the materials from Home Depot. This is not necessarily an endorsement of Home Depot. It just so happens that Home Depot is the big box hardware store that's nearest my home. I did not keep an exact tally of the material costs, but I estimate it all came to $400 to $500. I used very nice select pine, which is an expensive wood. I could have probably done the job for about $250 if I had used plywood. To start the project, I attached a wood frame to the stone wall. At first I tried using this Loctite landscape construction adhesive that seemed right for the job, but the wood did not stick to the stone. I think the gaps and the different coefficients of expansion between the wood and rock caused the adhesive to crack, and the wood separated from the stone. Then I used this GE Supreme silicone sealant, which remains flexible after it is cured. This stuff worked well. The hinge mechanism for this project was tricky. Now that it is finished, the hinge looks pretty simple, but it took a long time for me to get it right. I could have gone with a simple gate hinge like this. That would have been easy, but I really wanted the hinge to be concealed, so I used stainless steel bolts to act as a pivot between the subframe and the support members of the doors. The doors are made from pine slats attached to 2 support beams. I used decking screws for the entire construction. These deckmate screws are great because they are guaranteed not to rust or stain the wood. All of the wood is stained with Behr Premium Transparent Weatherproofing All-in-One Wood Finish. I chose the natural finish for this stain, and then I had the Home Depot guy tint to the color chocolate. These doors have already been through several heavy rain and ice storms with no discoloration or damage, so I think I chose the right stuff. When staining the parts, I disassembled the doors completely and stained each piece of wood individually. Then I reassembled everything. That process takes longer, but it ensures 100% coverage of the stain, and I think it is easier to get a nice finish on the completed project. So now it is all done, and I'm very happy with the results. This is exactly what I wanted for my pool deck storage. If I were to do it all over, there's probably one thing I would change. I would probably have tried to figure out a way to make all the slats on all 4 doors line up perfectly. I did a pretty good job lining them up with my eyes, but now I think I should have built a jig or some sort of guide to make sure that the slats were all perfectly straight and aligned. Nevertheless, I think this is a very small deficiency, and I am probably the only one who will ever notice the misalignment. So that's about all. Thanks for watching. I hope it helps with any similar project that someone out there might be contemplating.